In the last episode of our Milk Carton Adventure devlog, I told you about my janitorial work injury and my failed game jam entry. In this devlog, we are going to get into the development of my milk-themed Game Boy game, more specifically, how I have been refining the general concept through brainstorming and testing, and the work that went into the initial planning for the game. You, as a little milk blob in a box, are on a mad dash in this modern Game Boy Color platformer to save the kitchen kingdom from the newly come to power King Sourdough. Will you be able to save Princess Shortbread and all the other inhabitants of the land before they meet their expiration date? With the concept in place, I easily moved on to initial planning. This involved drafting an outline for the story and settling on the core game mechanics. I knew I wanted our character, our little sentient carton of milk, to have abilities like jumping and, of course, the main gimmick of the game, spilling himself. I also thought of the potential of changing forms, which unlock different powers, but a lot more goes into planning mechanics than just dreaming them up. So let's get right into the brainstorming. One of the first mechanics brainstormed was the movement system. I wanted the controls to be tight and responsive, really allowing players to feel in control of the character at all times, even when they're in mid-air. I tested between this or a more Mega Man style heaviness, though I thought the Mega Man style, not being able to adjust your jump once in mid-air, felt more milk-like. Like that's how I imagined a carton of milk jumping around. But at the current level design, it didn't feel too fun for the current gameplay. Maybe in time I will change my mind on this down the line, but for now, as I aim towards my MVP, my minimum viable product, I'm happy with the movement and jumping mechanics as they currently are. So let's add a little milk to our glass. I also considered adding unique abilities that would make our milk carton stand out, such as a milk splash attack, or even the ability to shoot out little milk pew-pews from a straw to hit enemies. But at the moment, those felt like games that already existed in one way or another, just with a different theme. So instead, I tried to think up something more unique to a little milk blob in a box, like the ability to spill, bubble, curdle, or shoot out of a straw, all things that milk can do. Or possibly to soak up different liquids for special powers, or maybe even being able to be baked into other things for added effects. I also got really excited at the idea of using your liquidy nature to soften and break up cookie walls or platforms for added little bits of puzzle or platforming challenge. I also started thinking deeper about the design and aesthetic of the game. It's very important to me to keep the game vibrant and present a colorful world that makes players of all ages feel like this story could possibly be taking place in their fridge right at this moment. Our main character, the milky little blob in a box, needs to be expressive in his movements, and I want him to just be full of personality so that you as the player can really connect with him. But as you're seeing footage here, nothing you see is final yet. I will definitely be refining the animations throughout the course of the development to ensure the movements spark joy and charm while you're playing. Well, after solidifying the concept and initial plans, well, I guess we should say liquefying or solidifying? I'm not sure since we're dealing with milk here, but I'm now ready to move on to prototyping and bringing my ideas to life. In the next video, I'll show you how I started building the basic mechanics, and I'm also going to get some feedback from a few trusted friends on my initial prototype, and you'll get to hear how that goes as well. Well, if you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at my game development process and want more, I do have a Patreon, which is free to join, where I post weekly updates of my development. Let me know what you think in the comments, and feel free to share any ideas or suggestions you have for my Lil Milk Dude game. Briefly, I wanted to mention my last game I just made is readily available on Switch, and this cute kitten could use your attention. That's the star of the show. Every game bought helps me develop this game further while I'm injured. The game is short, so that's why it's priced at about the price of a cup of coffee, since it can be enjoyed at the same time as a cup of joe. Well, I want to thank you all for the kind comments, the subscribes, and everything that you've already done. Wow, it's really been an amazing week so far. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all later.